Do you want to get up, sweetie? Do you? So I'm super anti videotaping while I'm driving. I will never do this again. I just wanted to show you guys how freaking red my face is from going to this Insta Physique, like basically a Pilates reformer, mega reformer class. It was so hard, if you cannot tell. This is what I look like after I work out. I literally turn into a tomato, and I could feel it happening during class. It started in my cheeks and it moved into the rest of my face. That was so difficult. If you are bored with working out, you should try one of those classes, because holy guacamole, I'm not going to be able to walk tomorrow, and I still have to run 4 miles. And now I'm going to meet with my leadership coach. I need to stop filming. Yeah, hang on, one. Okie dokie, I just got back from lunch with my leadership coach. My legs are so tired, and here I am with my roommate Jess. We're about to meal prep, aren't we?
Yeah.
Jess, tell everyone a little bit about you.
I like to work out, I like to lift, and I like to eat.
She's acting really nice right now. She's actually a total bitch. We are eating before we go shopping for food. And just to give you guys some background on Jess, she is trying to put... Ella? I am in the middle of a speech. If anyone on the internet is interested in a dog,
Come here.
I have one.
Come here.
For sale. $20.
No. My burrito just came unraveled because of her.
Oh no. So, Jess is in a phase of her life where she wants to put on muscle. Where I am in a phase of my life where I want to lose weight slowly for the marathon. So you're gonna see 2 different kinds of meal plans. Ella? Ella? Sit. Ella. Sit. Sit. That's a good girl. That's very good.
So a little bit about me, as Bria was telling you. Bria and I are doing completely different eating plans. So Bria is focused on maintaining or losing weight for her race, where I'm more focused on bulking right now. So where Brie is going to be maybe a little hungry at times, and always fishing for food, I'm going to be eating, and it's going to be a chore for me. Eating is hard for me. I don't like to eat a lot. It's just something that my body doesn't like to do, where I'm better at eating smaller meals. So this is going to be a challenge for me. So Brie is going to be eating smaller meals and I'm going to be eating larger meals. So you will see our carts and how different they look, and we'll explain why.
Also, to give you guys a little more context from my perspective, Jess is the kind of person who has like no emotional attachment to food.
No.
So you know how like when you go through a breakup and you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna like eat to feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Jess doesn't do that. I don't know what's wrong with her. Jess is the kind of person who can eat 1 brownie and then stop with a tray of brownies. So she makes a tray of brownies, she'll eat 1 and she won't eat anymore. So she's very difficult to relate to on a lot of levels.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't eat a lot of sweets. I don't crave sweets. I never have. And I also don't crave like big meals. Like I don't crave like a big burger or anything like that. Which is probably why I have a smaller frame, and I don't have, my metabolism is pretty high.
Or it could be because she's made out of metal because she's a robot.
Yeah. We're gonna show you our grocery shopping.
Yeah, amen. What? Should I get that?
No. Okay. It's not in your meal meal plan. So one thing that's really important when you're getting egg whites is to make sure that there aren't any added ingredients. So in egg beaters, there's a ton of xanthium gum, which is not necessary to make them fluffy. You can do that by stirring them instead. So it's really important that it says 100% liquid egg whites.
Double check. Oh shit, I hit you with 100%. Oh my god.
So what my trainer has told me is that the best thing for you in bulking is white rice. White rice has a different enzyme in it that helps you gain muscle, where when you have it in the brown rice, it actually takes it away from the enzyme or something like that. So thank God, because I don't like brown rice, and you guys already know I'm really picky with food. So white rice it is. Organic, low sodium.
Nice. Ignore the desserts section.
Oh, yeah.
Anything that says irresistible. Run. Run. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh god, it's everywhere. This is for college. Done. So while Jess is loading the trunk, I'm just gonna tell you guys about how wonderful that trip to the grocery store with her was. Because vlogging is more important than helping your roommate pack the car. Put yourself first. Fill your own cup, or else you can't fill up others. Right? Jess might want to kill me. I can't believe I just did that. I just totally alphaed Jess by making her pack the trunk. She doesn't even know it. So Jess just gave me a meal prepping pro tip that I'm gonna show you guys. Shout out to Jess! Woo! Okay, so here's what you do. So in MyFitnessPal, there is a tab called recipes where you can input your entire recipe, everything that you're putting into your meal prepped item. So let's say for lunch, we're gonna have vindaloo simmer sauce, an chicken apple sausage, white rice, and a zucchini squash. So you put in all those ingredients. I'm not really going through this very well, but you get the idea. You type it in, it'll mash it with an ingredient, find the one that works for you, edit the quantity to the amount that you're gonna be putting in the entire recipe, and then put in how many servings you're doing. Save.
It's best for like bulk meals.
Yeah. And then boom, you've got this recipe. You click into that and you can see the macro breakdown right here. That is so freaking cool. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. I was on the phone with my dad and then Jess walked the dogs, but there's food being made right now. Jess, explain to us what you're making.
So I am currently making stuff for burritos to make every day. So that includes peppers. So I'm sauteing some peppers first, boiling some rice, and then I'm gonna do some organic ground beef with not organic black beans.
Super.
Okay. So what I do is I make all of my stuff for 5 days. So that gives me 2 days to do a little bit of leeway for if I go and eat out, or somebody has like a birthday party, and then I can freelance my macros. So my macros are completely counted for the week, and then that way I don't have to worry about it.
Cool.
Yeah, you don't cook the beans for too long because then they turn really mushy. I did that last week and it was really bad. Oh, and then you have to videotape my green drink. Yeah, because I'm really bad at eating veggies. Really bad at eating veggies. And that's how I get a lot of my vegetables, thanks to my boyfriend. Because I hate eating broccoli. Who likes broccoli? I like to do lean beef. Red meat is really good to get your iron, especially because I don't eat a lot of vegetables. So I prefer this ground beef. Yeah, it's real. I mean, people always think like red meat isn't good for you, which actually red meat is really great for you. There's a lot of great vitamins in it and it rebuilds and repairs your muscles like crazy. Nice.
So Jess just finished cooking her beef and then she put it on a paper towel
to soak up the extra fat.
Somewhat. Sorry, I stopped filming.
Apple cider vinegar. So apple cider vinegar, they say it has fat burning properties, but I don't believe that. But apple cider vinegar is just really, really good for you.
Okay.
And then I have to measure out my apples because remember the recipe that you did?
Yeah.
That's what I did. So I can't have too many carbs, especially like the sugar properties in it, because then I'll be over on my carbs.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna weigh out my apple. With the core taken off.
No.
I should give her a carrot.
I should give her a carrot. Why didn't you nut punch me?
So I get Granny Smith apples because they have the most fiber. And when you're dieting regardless, you need fiber.
Word.
So there's that. Oh, maca powder. What you know about maca powder?
Not a lot.
Maca powder has, it helps you be full. So you should probably use it because if you need to be full, it'll help you feel fuller. It also helps recovery and it helps build muscle. So it does have protein in it. So 1 teaspoon has 2 grams of protein. So I put a tablespoon in. And then ginger. So ginger is a natural anti-inflammatory. And when you're lifting or running or whatever you're doing, it's really great to have ginger because, oh, and it fights off colds and stuff. So, and then kale.
Yay.
So the reason why I buy bagged kale is because it's so much easier for me to count it because it has all the nutrition already on here. So, I'm gonna let this bad boy rip. So that makes some of my batch, but not the whole thing because I still have more kale.
Oh. What?
So I still have more kale and I still have more coconut water.
Oh.
So it's not all the way done, but it's pretty. Oh, I forgot lemon.
That smells wonderful.
But I forgot lemon. Good thing I have more lemon. Lemon is really important for this because it has vitamin C in it. So I'll just squeeze like 3 lemons in here. Just 2, because that's all I have. So you don't use the whole lemon, you just kind of squeeze it in. So even though like the Vitamix, you can put a lot of stuff in it, I'm making a week's worth of green drink. So it won't take everything that I need to put in here. So that's why I only put a little bit of the coconut water. I put like half in and then I'll finish the rest.
Super.
And then I'll put some blueberries in there.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, and then we're gonna just dump the rest of this in here because we can. And you don't have to cut shit up. Are we allowed to say bad words on here?
I already did, so.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll do a little bit more ginger.
Oh.
With the thing on it. Just because you do it.
dogs are so involved.
Where did I put my green drink? Oh. So you can always tell it's like going down to the bottom still. So this one's way thicker because I didn't have enough coconut water. I could put more in, but I'm not going to. Okay. So every time you drink this, you have to shake it because everything mixes up, so as you can tell. So you always have to kind of make sure you hold the lid. Oh, and this is how many? This is a 3-quart, so it's probably important for your listeners to know to put that in. But that makes 6 days worth of green drink. So that gets you, I had 10, this is 10 cups of kale in here. So you get almost 2 cups a day of kale.
Wow.
Without eating it. You get your antioxidants, you get your recovery, you get electrolytes for recovery, so that's really good. And then whatever apple cider vinegar does, I don't really know what it does, but I know it's really good for you.
Cheers. I want to see what. Ugh. It's really gross.
It's not gross.
The apple cider vinegar is like very potent.
Is it? Let me taste. I like it though. Maybe it needs a little bit more lemon and coconut water, but that's it.
Pineapple.
No. Okay, taking over for Brie because she's playing with the dogs. So oats for me are really great for pre-workout and breakfast. So right now I have this measured out at 0. Yeah, it's focused. So I am doing 4 ounces. You gotta watch because this thing fills up real quick. Yeah, it changes crazy. Because I need gains, I need 1 cup of dry oats and I put it in here. Now, as you can tell, there's clearly not enough almond milk in there, so I use unsweetened vanilla. So I put water in it with a little bit of honey, and I do add the honey into my macros too. And I don't like a lot of almond milk in my oats either because it makes it kind of slimy. So yeah, I actually do this for the whole week. Okay, so Brie does not like my oats. Do you?
No.
She does not like this. But if you're looking for convenience and you're looking for easy carbs, this is it. So on top you see honey. And I told you before there's 4 ounces of almond milk in each of these. And then I filled the rest up to water. So these will sit in the fridge and it'll soak. And they might be a little goopy, but that's okay.
So you know the food that they eat in the Matrix, the stuff that's like bland and tasteless and it kind of looks like soggy Cheerios? That's what that reminds me of. And that's kind of what it tastes like.
But to me,
we don't live in the Matrix, we live in the real world.
But to me it tastes so good.
Flavor abundant world.
But the honey helps. I don't think you had honey in mine last time.
Maybe.
But it'll be alright.